This is my jam. I will wait for you.
What up, fam? Good morning. Dex, Barbie T, we are live as we get ready to get into our Ghosted this morning. I feel personally attacked. You'll probably hear that during this, and
Why would you feel personally attacked?
when you hear this, you'll understand. And honestly, I posted this up on my Facebook, and I felt attacked there too. Turn that music off, there, Jared. Yep. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Be sure to comment with where you're watching, all that good stuff. Here we go. We got to be tight going in.
This was like this was their first day, right? Yeah.
All right, fam. So it is time to get into our Ghosted. So Corey went on a date with this girl, said that, man, things went south so quickly.
Yeah, they were just having a simple conversation about, their families, the
Life.
basics.
Right.
And then all of a sudden she flipped and dipped out.
Right. She just acted like she just didn't care about the relationship or date or anything like that, and it ended pretty quickly. So we got her on the phone. Good morning, Stella. Corey's on the line as well. We're on Facebook Live on the Hot Facebook page. He just wants to know what happened. Now, she did say that she saw that he had siblings on his social media, but that was not the case. Am I right?
You said you were an only child, and that was it for me. I've dated an only child before, and you guys are just all the same.
You didn't even try to go on a date. I mentioned that, and that was it. Like, it went so south so fast. I thought I had siblings, dude. Like, what? All the people on my social media are friends or roommates. And what is wrong with being an only child, by the way?
You guys are all selfish. Like, all only children are selfish. They don't listen. I've dated 2 other only children, and it always ended the same, both times. And so the last one that I dated just totally broke my heart, and I'm not going to let that happen again.
What do you mean we're selfish, though? I'm an
But
only
I get it.
child.
It's okay to be selfish, but it's a whole nother level of selfishness with only children.
I'm not selfish. Corey, are you selfish?
No, this is insane. So you're judging me on past experiences as if we're all the same. I got bullied by a cross-eyed kid one time. I'm not going to be like, hey, any other person with cross eyes is a terrible person. That's insane to me. You're selfish because your exes were. That's insane.
I do get it though sometimes. I've dated some only children and it's just kind of harder to get through to them, and they don't really know how to share as much, share your time with other people. They think you're just supposed to be like catered to them, and your world wraps around them. It can be a lot.
The truth is, like, you guys aren't aware of it. That's the problem. It's like you guys are only children, so of course you're going to think that you're not selfish.
I paid for the entire date. Like, how does that make me selfish?
That's because guys are supposed to pay for the first date. You're just doing your job.
My job?
I feel attacked in this whole situation.
Why
I
do
wanna
you
tell
feel attacked?
Because
You feel guilty?
No, I don't feel guilty at all because I'm not selfish and I am aware of my things. I'm very giving. Corey, are you giving?
I'm totally giving. Also, let's go back to this whole my job thing. I asked you on a date in hopes of, like, starting a relationship, not a job interview. What the hell? I'm not
It
working
is an
at
interview,
Kinko's.
though.
Oh my
It's an
God.
interview
Oh my
process.
God. It is an interview. Yeah. Corey, you're being selfish right now.
How is that being selfish?
I will not date an only child, and that is that. I don't know what else to tell you.
That's just messed up.
How is it messed up?
It is messed up.
Only children are a different breed of people.
Absolutely.
You've worked with me for 5 years now.
You're a different breed of person.
I am a different breed, a higher breed of person. I'm not selfish. Am I selfish?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah, thank you, Corey. I don't think you're selfish either.
Of course,
Well,
the
you know,
only
I'm just
children are
saying
going to
that.
say
You don't even
that.
know each other.
Because we feel a bond. Because you know what? He's like a brother to me. Now he's not an only
You've known
child.
this man for 20 minutes, and now he's a brother.
Yeah, he's the brother I never
Okay.
had.
Come on now. This is just silly. Just find another only child or somebody that wants to date an only child. I'm sure you can find somebody.
It's not like we have
Listen
leprosy.
to the only children. They're the only ones throwing temper tantrums right now.
Oh, shit, that's because you were insulting us.
You guys may have siblings, but it doesn't sound like you have a lot of love.
That's
We
right.
got a lot of love. We just don't want to waste it on people that don't know how to share their love.
Yeah, well, you know what? I feel attacked, and there's other people on the social media. We're on the Facebook page, on the Hot Facebook page, going live, and Clarissa was talking about we get a lot of love. I'm not selfish. She's an only child. Thank you.
Clarissa says also, well, she says she's understanding some of that. Only kids can be selfish because they've seen that too. Like they're only.
Yeah, but you know what? There's plenty of people that have siblings that are selfish as well. Barbie, 866-639.
Selfish. I share.
Do you share?
Sharing is caring. I learned that from
866
the Care Bears.
639 4689. Give us a call. Your thoughts whenever it comes to this. And I hung up on her. And I want to know, like, do you feel like only children are selfish? And give us an example. You can't just call in and be like, oh, yeah, I agree. Only children are selfish. You have to give us an example.
Okay.
All right. Again, 866 639 4689. Call now.
Marie says Dex isn't selfish, gullible AF, but not selfish.
Thank you very much, Marie. Kind of. Gullible. I'm not gullible either. Thank you very much. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Tennessee.
Good morning. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm an only child also, and
And we're giving.
I'm a very giving. I'm sorry.
We're a very giving group of guys, right?
I believe so. I'm an individual. My mom tells me all the time, you need to save your money because your money is not your money. It's everybody else's money too.
There you
It
go.
is.
Because he gives.
What's your name?
Now, I understand what you were talking about. A lot of people with siblings, big families. I've met a lot of people that are selfish in those families because they have to fight for things and they hoard their things.
Yes,
to keep them
I
away.
will
That's
say
so
I-
true.
That yeah, I will give
Exactly.
you that too. Okay, I get that, but I'm glad that you're a giving
But-
person. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, there
Oh,
you are.
okay.
Okay, we lost
I
you
was
for a
like-
second.
You said
Barbie
but.
says that she's really
You
glad
said
that you're a
but
giving
like you
person.
Thank you.
No, that's it. That's all I
Oh,
got.
okay, I thought you were coming up with something
No,
else.
no, I'm just
Okay.
saying. I'm glad
Oh,
he says he's giving.
Well, have a good day, sir. That got really awkward
It
really
did,
quick because
it
of her.
did.
And I'm sorry because she doesn't know how to have a conversation because she had siblings, apparently. Thank you. Why did you make that so awkward? Gosh, that was painful. Good morning.
I think it was a delay with this.
Oh, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Morning. My name's Dylan, and I'm calling from Maryville.
Go ahead, Dylan.
Hey, I don't think not all only children are selfish. I've got a best friend, still my best friend to this day, from high school, who would give me the sheets off his bed if I needed it.
Yeah.
Not all only children are selfish. Now, there are some, but that goes back to the parents.
Yeah. I agree with that. Absolutely. It's all about the parents. And there's a lot of people that have siblings that are very selfish AF too.
Oh yeah, I've got siblings, and my sister's one of the most selfish people I've ever met in my life.
Oh goodness! Why do you say that about your sister?
Because she is, right?
Because my sister won't even let me come spend the night at her house to come hang out with her boyfriend to go fishing.
Ah, dang.
Yeah, because she's selfish.
So you want to say, Barbie T, you want to say only children are selfish? Well, you got to think about the siblings too. I mean, my sister's one of the most selfish B words that I've ever met in my life.
My goodness. How like what's the age difference between you and your sister?
14 months.
14
Oh,
months. Oh, yeah, you
dang
thought
it.
you were going to get something there. Thank you for your call. Good morning. Hang on just a second. We've got one call ahead of you. Stand by. Mr. No Filter. Go ahead, sir, real quick.
Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? And Barbie T, how are you?
I'm
I'm
feeling attacked.
wonderful. How are you, Mr. No Filter?
I'm doing blessed this morning. We're talking about these only children things.
Yes, yes.
Dex, I have just a tiny little quick scenario for you. You have this favorite remote control car that you have that you worked did some extra chores for and everything like that, and your cousins came over and you were outside playing with it. Would you allow them to play with it?
Absolutely.
No.
You would.
Yeah, because I'm not selfish. And Barbie is. Bam,
No,
there it is.
but listen, this is why, because they broke my things before, okay?
Yeah, that's understandable, but I think Dex just answered that question that way to make himself look good. I really, honestly, just what I know of Dex on a personal level, I don't think he would let his cousins play with his precious toy.
Let me tell you something. Absolutely, I would. And I have no problem with that. Thank you very much.
You know what, Dex? Since you gave that answer, I'll have to applaud you that you're not a selfish only child. I'll give you that today. But I can almost guarantee our listeners that you will prove yourself wrong in the course of time.
Okay.
I will
bring
say,
it.
when I was younger, I was the only child for 8 years. Me and my sister, years apart. But like for a while, I was selfish because I was the only child, and also they did break my toys. But like I would only share certain things. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah, you were taught to be selfish.
I agree with
Got it.
you, Barbie, and I think all only children have that sense too. But when they get older, is when their perception of everything changes.
Thank you, Mr. No Filter.
Thank
You
you,
have
Mr.
a
No
blessed
Filter.
brother, Dex. I can't wait for you to prove yourself wrong.
Bring it. I know you'll be listening. You can call in anytime. How about that? Good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from? What?
Jessica calling from Spartanburg.
Jessica,
What's
good
up,
morning. Go
Jessica?
ahead.
Listen, first of all, I would say shame on them only children for scarring that lady like that. She is scarred. I don't know what they did to her, but she's scarred.
You can
Okay.
tell, right?
Yeah, she's scarred, and that's her preference to not want to date somebody who doesn't have siblings.
Right.
But she does have a point. I grew up in the house with my nephew, and he was the only child. And he, he's loving, but he doesn't know how to show it. Like, we know that he loves us, but he doesn't know how to show it. And sometimes he just wants things his way because he's always gotten things his way. So they are a little bit harder to deal with. And I think sometimes they take a little bit of patience. I know you're only child. but,
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what she's saying, but I just think that they scarred her too. I don't know what they did to her, but it sounds like she's a little scarred by it.
Well,
and not
listen.
all of them are going to be like that. Some of them you can change, and because he's aware of the things that he does, and he's trying to change it, but it's just natural because it's always been him. He's always gotten what he's wanted. Always got what he wants.
And
So
I
he
can-
doesn't expect anything different.
And I grew up with Jessica, so I know exactly.
Oh, you know
I remember
Jessica?
this kid. You know what I'm saying? I remember
Was
him
he
as
selfish?
a kid. No, I'm not saying he's selfish, but he got what he wanted. He was a spoiled kid. He was the only child.
He got what he wanted.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
everything that he
like-
wanted, he got. Every single thing up until he graduated from college.
Interesting.
And even now, if he wanted something, he could get it. So he knows what he wants, and if he don't get it, he can be a little brat sometimes. It's not because he was raised that way. That's just he was given everything because he was the only child.
Thank you very much for your
Everything
call.
revolved around him.
Boom.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jess.
Thanks, Jess. Okay, let me
What?
tell you something with the Mr. No Filter call. Jared, you remember when I bought that drone? All right. You know how much that drone was? Ridiculous. And I said, you can take it over to the house anytime, right? You can fly that drone anytime you wanted to. Exactly. You know why? Because sharing is caring.
Okay, well, guess what?
What?
Rick G said, Dex, can Barbie drive your Honda?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh my
now,
gosh.
granted, here's the problem.
What?
I have to drive a car too. So
You got the Miata.
Yeah, that's my dad's
You
car.
drove it yesterday.
I did drive it. Yeah. How did you know I drove it?
I saw
yesterday?
you.
Oh, well, she always sees me. I would love to, but then I would have to put my dad out. Do you want my dad walking to Publix?
He walks
By himself?
everywhere.
No, not as much these days. He's getting older.
Keep him mobile.
No, see?
Yeah.
I care about my father.
And I care about him too.
Do you?
And there's Uber,
Uber?
Lyft.
Yes, there is Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
And you've got a car that you're driving around all the time.
I don't want to drive that one.
Jake, can Barbie, can Barbie drive the Z? Let me tell you about the Z.
I don't want to drive that.
Yeah, that Z is.
I can't do stick shift.
Well, not only that, it's just sitting now.
Well, you drive it. Perfect.
No, it doesn't work anymore. I literally let it sit.
Why?
I let
All
it
you
sit
need is a new battery.
for 2 years.
A battery. That's
It's
it.
been sitting for 2.
That's
I
it.
honestly need to get rid of that thing. All right, let me get these
Sparky.
calls ready.
Oh, it's teach me how to drive a stick on that, and I can drive that around. I'll buy the battery. I'll fix it.
I mean, I might.
How
Think
much
about
gas?
Oh, yeah, you don't want to think about that. It's the high-grade gas, too.
Ooh.
All right,
Premium.
let's get into these comments this morning. Jake, did you get banned from Facebook, too? Everybody's, hopping onto our other platforms.
YouTube.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. Want to become? Can you block that person on Twitch?
I love seeing that the YouTube pops up and we're on the cover.
To what?
We're on the. It was on the first page.
Oh, good. Let's see, one more song, and then we'll be good. So, honestly, do you feel like only children? Because I did this poll, and I was shook. Everybody voted that only children are more spoiled than people who have
They are more spoiled.
siblings. I
You
honestly
get
think.
everything to yourself.
Yeah, here's the thing, though, is that after like these conversations that have come in, it really hit me that, if you had a sibling and they were trying to play with stuff, they would always try to take your stuff. So you always had to defend your stuff. Hence the reason why kids who are, they don't know how to share because they're always fighting their siblings to try to
I
keep
could see
things.
that. Yeah.
That's
yeah, yeah.
huge. Rick G says that he spoils his grandkids.
I love spoiling kids. That's why I can't have none right now.
Mm.
I don't need that.
Let's
'Cause
see.
I spoil my nephew. I love. Yes, Shayla. He got ghosted because he's the only child. But I feel like she might have noticed
That's
some things.
ridiculous.
But this is the thing. I feel like that was
It was
only,
a first date.
But so you could talk for a while. People talk before they, have their first date.
Oh, 1 second. Dr. Marie, hold on a second. You could tell that she was scarred.
Boo, if you didn't want to date, you just say that anybody can be selfish. This is true. I agree. Angel.
Absolutely.
Anybody can be selfish. But those only children, it just, it's more often, I think. And also before we got on air with this, I told Dex, I was like, I wonder if people that have big age gaps operate as only kids, only children. Because, I mean, yeah, they have siblings, but they grew up at a different time and differently,
I don't know about that.
Like me and my sister were 8 years apart. So
Good points. Good morning. Dr. Marie, only got a minute. Go ahead.
I don't believe that all only kids are siblings. People who don't have siblings are more spoiled. I have 4 kids, and they are all spoiled rotten. They each get gifts on each other's birthdays, so they have 4 birthdays a year. All of them get what they want. It don't matter what it is. They get it.
can
And
I
I got
move
4.
in?
Can you move in? Get out of here. So everybody gets a gift on everybody's birthday?
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I would like that, though.
What?
I
Well,
want my own day.
The person whose birthday it is gets to spend the most money, but everybody gets something. They get
Well,
whatever they want.
Interesting. When's your birthday coming up?
So
I
if
want a gift.
If I
So that means I get a gift on your birthday, too.
Okay, deal.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
so-
If it's my oldest son's birthday, then I'll probably get him 200, and I get the other kids 100, and they can go spend it.
Good gosh. All right.
But
Thank you, Dr. Marie.
every-
We got to hop off. All right. Thank you. And I don't know if that would be fair because I'm the better gift giver. So I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Who won the last? Hold on a second.
I got you headphones.
What?
Those on your head.
I got the headphones on your head. All right, let's get into this. I felt attacked on our ghosted. This girl ghosted a guy all because they were on their first date and he had just said that he was an only child. She asked if she, tell me about your siblings because she thought that he had siblings.
Yeah.
Because of all these people on his social media. He was like, no, I'm an only child. And at that point, she was like, bye. See ya.
Yeah, I think she probably noticed some characteristics in him that
No,
was
she
screaming
did not.
selfish.
No. The whole date turned, he said, as soon as he said that he was an only child. And she even admitted it. She was like, I've dated only children before, and they're all spoiled, and that's not true. I'm an only child. Let me tell you something. I'm a very giving person. Give.
But you still are a little spoiled.
I am not spoiled. How am I spoiled? Give me one example of how I'm spoiled. I'd love to hear this.
I don't want to do that to you.
Oh, because she can't think of anything. Good morning. Go ahead. Tell us, what's your thoughts?
Listen, first of all, I would say shame on them only children for scarring that lady like that. She is scarred. I don't know what they did to her, but she's scarred.
You can tell, right?
Yeah, she's scarred, and that's her preference to not want to date somebody who doesn't have siblings.
Right.
But she she does have a point. You know, I grew up in the house with my nephew, and he was the only child. You know, he's loving, but he doesn't know how to show it. Like, you know, we know that he loves us, but he doesn't know how to show it.
Interesting.
Do you love me, Dex?
Sure.
I love you, Dex.
All right. What?
That's you don't. You can't say I love you.
She was talking about a cousin and family members and everything
We're
like that.
family, bro.
All right. Well, I love you like a sister. How about that?
Thanks.
All right.
That was so nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good morning. What? Good
Only
morning,
child.
Mr. No Filter. Go ahead, sir.
I'm doing blessed this morning. We're talking about these only children things.
Yes.
Dex, I have just a tiny little quick scenario for you. You have this favorite remote control car that you have that you worked did some extra chores for and everything like that, and your cousins came over and you were outside playing with it. Would you allow them to play with it?
Absolutely.
You would.
Yeah, because I'm not selfish, and Barbie is. Bam,
No,
there it is.
but listen, this is why, because they broke my things before, okay?
You know what, Dex, since you gave that answer, I'll have to applaud you that you're not a selfish only child. I'll give you that today. But I can almost guarantee our listeners that you will prove yourself wrong in the course of time.
And he will call me out. I can tell you right
will.
now, he's going to be listening like a vulture.
And that's why his name is Mr. No Filter.
Yeah, all right, well, fine. Have fun with that. All right, you can filter all through our show. Not going to hear it. Damn. How about that? To the moon right now. It's Dex, Barbie T. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of slow.
Let Barbie rock my headphones. I mean, she can
I've
rock
used
my
those
headphones.
before.
Do what? Yeah.
I've used those
Exactly.
before.
I've let her use my headphones all the
Let's
time.
switch for the show, the remainder of the show.
That's going to mess my head up.
No, it's not.
I mean, I
Why?
like those
'Cause
headphones.
Why? Because what? Why? Because these aren't as good?
No,
These
they
of
are
poor
good.
Quality?
They are good. Literally, the
this
reason why I bought those is because they're white and they're different. So I know you like to stand out and everything like that. And what did you say? Oh my gosh, when I got those headphones for her, she was like, "They're so good. Oh wow, they're
love
white.
them.
I love how they're white. How about that?"
They match my glowing jacket.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
All right, Bam. I think it's time for us to wrap up our live this morning. 10,000% had to be him because this is not true. They don't believe it over on Twitch
What?
that this guy would get ghosted. They think it's all on him. Let's see.
He
here.
probably said something. And
That's absolutely ridiculous. I agree.
And
You
also-
can't ghost someone because they're an only child.
Well, I will say this:
Hmm.
if they were talking about family, and if he trashed his family, I would ghost him because
He didn't trash his
But
family.
no, we don't know that. You know what I'm saying? We didn't go into detail of the conversation. She just
She
let it
no,
known.
she let it be known that it was just because he was an only child and she was scarred.
Yeah, but
She
like
built
the way
walls.
someone speaks of their family too, I judge that. I do because
I
that's your
agree.
family. If you speak poorly of
Absolutely.
their family like that, then what you gonna say about me?
Mm,
So
mm.
I would ghost.
Well, listen, guys, we love hanging out with you. We're gonna hop off here. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. You can listen to us on the apps. And don't forget, we do have our podcast. Jared puts those up every morning after the show. And you can find that on Spotify, Dex and Barbie T on Spotify, iHeart, the app, and, of course, Alexa as well. So I don't know why I'm like,
TikTok too. Follow us on TikTok.
yeah, there you go. So many different ways to check it out. Oh, on TikTok, too, by the way. We tried the coat hanger challenge. And I don't know if you guys have seen that. But Jared blanked it up.
That might have been actually the dumbest challenge we've done.
Yeah. So go check it out. It's on TikTok right now.
It's
Boom.
so funny. Please go watch it.
Yep. Ooh, we ran out of space for our recording. I told you that's why things have been going slow. Ah, bam. How much did it? I don't know. Make sure you stop all the other ones. Thanks, guys. Be good.